And welcome to the Thursday Roundtable. You are at Avalon Springs Farm, and it is kind of a foggy, wet day, but it's not cold, and so we thought we would come out to see the goats. They're probably going to run away from me as I come out here, because they're going to expect me to give them medicine or shear their feet. Oh, yep, girls, you know what I'm thinking about. So, very shortly, they're going to get shorn. And these girls, you can stay out here, Jenny, and I will go in the barn and shoo out the rest. See, like, here we go. Hello, Erica. Hi. Hello. Hello, sweetheart. Yes, you're very cute. Oh, look, there's a little cat out in the field. They're going to get shorn in a couple of days, and so this is the last time they're going to look poofy and cute for a little while. Then they're going to be all like skinny, spindly, and we're going to see all their fiber come off. Hold on, let me go see if I can get a few more girls to come in. Hi, ladies. There we go. So this grouping that you see was the grouping that we bred, and some of them I don't think we're bred. Sometimes I've been doing this for more than 20 years now, which is a long time. And I have to count how many years, because it definitely predates Robin, and Robin is 17.
Yeah.
So, but how many years before Robin was I breeding goats? It was a while. So anyway, occasionally you hear someone say, well, I put the buck in and nothing happened. And in all the years I've been doing goats, oh my gosh, it's always the other way around. Too much happens. All the goats get bred, and somebody I didn't want to get bred got bred. That's always been my problem. And this year, I think that maybe for the very first time, not everybody got bred. So it is what it is. If they didn't get bred, guess what? There's always next year. I'm not a breeder for like aggressively or like on a... my goats having babies is not the way my farm sustains itself. My farm sustains itself by their fiber. You can do both, and a lot of times people do both. They like take their goats to show, and they they sell the babies, and they put pictures of the babies on internet, and people buy the babies. But really, we try here in the last, 7 or 8 years, we've really just been breeding for what we need based on how much fiber I'm using and selling and what colors I would like. All these girls are colored Angora goats. And you see some different patterns and colors here. The one closest to us, Erica, she is a red. That comes from, she came from Greta Dice, and she lived there for a couple years. But really, she came from another breeder named Eric, which is how she got to be Erica. And right behind her is Cinderella, who is a descendant from another well-known goat breeder, Fillory Ball. That goat is not, we should go more to the side. So Fillory was interested in creating like a blue color, and you can see Erica is kind of red, and then the goat behind her, Cinderella, she's more taupey gray, but do you see a little blue on her face? Cinderella is not a young girl anymore, so she was my investigation into blue.
We have a question of how long is the average lifespan of a goat?
Oh, come say hello, Erica. Come say hello, Erica. So would you like to tell your age, or do ladies never their age? So they're kind of like a large dog. They can live to be pretty old, like 15, but you know what? They if you breed them all the time and you get and they live past 12, that is like a seriously I would be proud of that in terms of keeping them healthy and happy and youthful. They can live longer, so like a wether that doesn't have any physical stress on him and lives in an environment where he just nothing ever happens to him, then he could live like 15 or so, like a big dog. They don't all make it that long, and some of them, just like people, have different things, but mostly these are some older girls, so their age ranges between I would say they're all older than 6. So, well, except for Jumper. Jumper is pretty young over there. See Jumper standing off away from the group? And she has beautiful locks over there. She's a little bit younger. This is Olympia over here. And she has like sort of a smoky gray and peach kind of coloring. And this is Mabel. Mabel, hello, sweet Mabel. One of my sweetest, friendliest goats. If you're on my farm, even if you're not even if you're not regularly a visitor, Mabel will usually come up and say hello and give a kiss. Yes, you can smell what's in my hand. It's just some Baylor's twine, Mabel. Nothing really special. Oh my gosh, she is a friend. Mabel is truly like a member of the family. Yeah. She's a good mom. And she's wondering, what is the camera doing?
Don't worry, I'll get your good side. Yes. She's like, why? I have 2.
That's a good point, Jenny. So that I mentioned 2 other breeders. The Olympia came from a herd of goats, Persimmon Tree Farm, Greta Dice. So Jumper came there too. Mabel is some of my own breeding, but she dates back pretty far. I can create goats with tighter curl, but you can see her age a little bit on her. Yes, hello, Mabel. So this batch I have bred mostly because I like the dark, I like the light, I like the badger pattern. I want to see what happens with the little silver, so that was just, it's for fun, for color. Most of the time, the colored Angora goats, Angora goats their dominant color is like snowy white. So it's pretty fun to have these goats in all these colors. And for 20 years, I've worked on fineness so that the fiber, I breed for how soft the fiber is. That's one of the, which animal. Oh, now they're going to go trotting around. Oh, yay! Everybody's going to go play and say, I'm cute. I got to run around and be cute. So mohair is the same as alpaca fiber in terms of the micron counts. It has a 20 to 40 micron count range. And so, of course, a human hand doesn't really feel the difference between a micron count of 25 and 26, but you would feel a micron count difference between 39 and 19. You would feel that for sure. So these girls are also in the collection, not just because of their color, but because their babies consistently, year after year, make really fine fiber. Oh, look, we are totally having some showing off of who's in charge, and I feel good today. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they're doing this for the camera. It makes it really cool to be out here. What? Yeah. So, what were you going to tell me, Jenny?
Your phone is on low battery.
Oh, yes.
It's okay.
My phone is on. Darn. Right when they're being so cool and running around and playing for us. So anyway, yes, these ones were selected because year after year they make babies that are really, really nice. And sometimes you don't even know what a baby's fiber is going to be like until it's 1 or 2. So it's a many year-long process to figure that out. And that's why I have this specific breeding collection. And so all these girls, even if they didn't take this year, even if the buck didn't do his thing this year, I will work on them again next year because I love this little group right here. Anyway, it was very good to have you guys come to my little Thursday roundtable event, and I will, please feel free to ask me questions even once I get offline on this thread, and I'll try and answer them. And it was a pleasure.
Oh, there's one last question right here.
What does it say, sweetheart?
Oh, sorry. So a girl who grew up in Philly went and they had babies. How many in a litter?
Oh, usually, okay, so that's a good question. When they're young, they often just have one their first time. Not absolutely, they could have 2. Most of their life, they have 2 at a time. And then towards the end of their career of having children, they kind of go back to having 1. That's not a super hard and fast rule, but I've noticed it's kind of a pattern. Yeah, for sure. Oh, good. I got to answer one more question. Well, thank you guys, and I will see you next Thursday. Take care.